कई स्टूडेंट्स की डिमांड आ रही थी कि बीपीएससी घटनाचक्र पॉइंटर को इंग्लिश में भी करा दिया जाए। तो इस वीडियो में हम स्पेशली जनरल साइंस का कराएंगे, क्योंकि जनरल साइंस के लिए डिमांड आ रही थी। तो जनरल साइंस के बीपीएससी घटनाचक्र के पॉइंटर को इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में कवर करवाएंगे। अगर आपको किसी और भी सब्जेक्ट का चाहिए इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में तो आप कमेंट करके बता सकते हैं। वी विल ट्राई टू डिलीवर दैट इन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज। ओके, अगर आप चैनल पर नए हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें, बेल आइकन प्रेस कर लें, जिससे कोई भी लेटेस्ट अपडेट आपको जल्द से जल्द मिल जाए। इस वीडियो में हम जनरल साइंस घटनाचक्र पॉइंटर को इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में कराएंगे। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं वीडियो। फर्स्ट चैप्टर इज मेजरमेंट एंड यूनिट। दिस इज फंडामेंटल फिजिकल क्वांटिटी, दैट इज इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। नेक्स्ट है द यूनिट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक पावर इज वाट। Frequency is measured in hertz. What is measured in hertz? Frequency. Ohm meter is unit of resistivity. Light year is the unit of distance. Angstrom is the unit of wavelength. 1 micron is equal to 1 divided by 1000 mm. A distance of 1 kilometer means 1000 meter. 1 picogram is equals to 10 to the power minus 12 gram. The unit of pressure is Newton per square meter. The following quantity does not have unit: strain. The device to measure electric current is a meter. The following is not correctly matched: galvanometer, electric resistance. Which instrument is used to measure humidity? That is hygrometer. Electroencephalogram, EEG, is used in monitoring brain. 1 Zepto is equivalent to 10 to power minus 21. The number of neutral points around a bar magnet placed in the Earth's magnetic field whose north pole is located in the direction of geographic north is 2. Next chapter is mechanics. Among displacement, velocity, force and volume, the following is not a vector quantity. Volume is not a vector quantity. Among speed, velocity, torque and displacement, the following is not a vector quantity. Speed is not a vector quantity. The following is a scalar quantity. Pressure. Which physical quantity is represented by the ratio of momentum and velocity of the body? Mass. Force is the product of mass and acceleration. The first person to define speed is Galileo. An effective Coriolis force results from Earth rotation. The working principle of a washing machine is centrifugation. The use of ball bearing is to change the static friction into rolling friction. A goalkeeper in a game of football pulls his hands backwards after holding the ball short at the goal. This enables the goalkeeper to decrease the rate of change of momentum. Centripetal force is responsible to keep the object moving on a circular path in which energy change. Friction force is involved, kinetic energy to heat energy. A bus is moving along a straight path and takes a sharp turn to right side. Suddenly, the passengers sitting on the bus will bend towards left side. For a body moving with constant speed in a horizontal circle remains constant kinetic energy. If the force is expressed in Newton and the distance is in meter, then the work done is expressed in joule. If a feather, a rubber ball and a wooden ball are falling freely simultaneously from the same height in a vacuum, then all the three will reach at the ground together. If the spinning speed of the earth increases, then the weight of the body at the equator will decrease. The time period of a pendulum depends on its length. Next chapter is physical properties of matter. Spherical form of raindrop is due to surface tension. The highest viscosity among water, air, blood and honey is of honey. At which temperature density of water is maximum? 4 degrees centigrade. What is the law in which under the same conditions of temperature and pressure equal volumes of all gases contains equal number of molecules? Avogadro's law. A piece of ice is floating in a beaker containing water up to its brim. When whole of the ice melts, the water level will not change. Cooling in air conditioner is due to compression and release of gases. The sudden rise in barometer indicates most dry climate. In a very cold weather, the expansion of water helps to secure the aquatic life. Next chapter is optics. The visible range of solar radiation is 400 to 700 nanometer. The wavelength of visible spectrum is in the range 3900 angstrom to 7600 angstrom. The nature of radiation of light is like both of wave and particle. The speed of light in vacuum is nearly 3 into 10 to power 8 meter per second. The speed of light will be minimum while passing through glass, vacuum, water and air, that is glass. The time taken to reach the sunlight up to the surface of earth is approximately 8.5 minutes. The following does not change when light travels from one medium to another, that is frequency. Twinkling of stars in clear sky during night time can be explained with refraction of light. Sky is blue because short waves are scattered more than long waves by atmosphere. Sea seems blue due to reflection of sky and scattering of light by the drops of water. When a soap film on the water is seen in the daytime, it shows beautiful colors. This phenomenon is due to interference of light. A person standing in front of mirror finds his image larger than himself. This implies that the mirror is concave. For saving, one uses concave mirror. Light is made of 7 colors. What is the method of separating the colors? The colors can be separated by a prism. Dispersion of light is possible by prism. In which direction the rainbow is seen at 12 noon? It cannot be seen. What type of lenses is used in magnifying glass? Convex lens. To remove the defect of long-sightedness, one uses convex lens. Reading glasses are made from which type of lenses? Convex lens. The power of lens is measured in diopter. If the lens power of glass is plus 2 diopter, its focal length will be 50 centimeter. Large number of thin strips of black paint are made on the surface of a convex lens of focal length 20 centimeter. To catch the image of white horse, the image will be a horse of less brightness. Myopia can be treated from concave lens. The relation of light year is with distance. 2 plane mirrors are placed in barber shop parallel with each other. The vigilance mirror used in big showrooms and departmental stores is convex mirror. Next chapter is heat and thermodynamics. The temperature point at which solid, liquid and gaseous states may stay together is known as triple point, at which temperature the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales coincides, that is minus 40 degrees centigrade. Normal temperature of human body on Celsius scale will be 36.9 degree. The value of 40 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit scale is 104 degree Fahrenheit. The value of 50 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit scale is 122 degree Fahrenheit. In winter, you touch a log of wood and a rod of iron, you will feel a rod of iron is colder because in comparison to wood, iron is good conductor of heat. In the night of a strong wind, dew is not formed because rate of evaporation is fast. Cooling is done by release of compressed gases. A fan produces feeling of comfort during hot weather because our perspiration evaporates rapidly. Food gets cooked faster in a pressure cooker because water starts boiling at high temperature due to high pressure. Opening the door of refrigerator kept in room, you can warm the room a little. If the doors of a refrigerator are left open for few hours, then room temperature will increase. The artificial sweetener containing chlorine that has the appearance and taste as that of sugar and remains stable at cooking temperature is sucralose. Steam engine operates from heat. Next chapter is wave motion. An example of longitudinal wave is sound wave. Sound wave in air is longitudinal. Cosmic rays are charged particles. What is the distance between two successive crest or successive troughs? Called wavelength. The velocity of electromagnetic waves is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. The following rays are used in the diagnosis of intestinal diseases. X-rays. Shrillness of sound is determined by wavelength of sound. A noise level of 100 decibel would correspond to noise from a machine shop. Audiometer measures intensity of sound. Modern telephone uses radio waves. The time is measured in watch by quartz crystal. Cat's listening frequency is in range of 45 Hz to 64 kHz. The velocity of sound in air is approximately 330 meter per second. The following the following rays waves are used to know the growth of fetus in the womb. Ultrasonic waves. When a sound wave goes from one medium to another, the quantity that remains unchanged is frequency. Next chapter is electric current. If a bulb of 100 watt burns for 10 hours, the expenditure of electricity will be 1 unit. Electricity consumption bill is based on the measurement of watt. The total resistance of a circuit having two parallel resistors is 1.403 kilo ohm. If one of the resistors is 2 kilo ohm, then the other resistor will be 4.70 kilo ohms. Dynamo is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Turbines and dynamos are used to convert which energy to electrical energy, mechanical energy. When electrical energy is converted into motion, there is no heat loss. In electrical motor, electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy. Faraday constant is an universal constant. The following metal is used as filament in lightning bulbs, that is tungsten. Principle of fuse is heating effect of electricity. How does the white light produce in the tube? By oscillating the molecules. The light depends in the tube light, solid metal in tube. The speed of fan depends on voltage. The lead is used in electric cables. High voltage grid is used for transmitting the electric power due to less loss of energy. The process of charging of a conductor by bringing it near another charged conductor without making contact is called induction. Next chapter is conductivity. Due to temperature variation along a conductor, potential variation occurs along it. This phenomenon is known as Thomson effect. The characteristics of superconductor is zero permeability. Next, on heating, the resistance of a semiconductor decreases. Among copper, germanium, graphite, silver, the following metal is used as semiconductor in transistors. Germanium. Next chapter is nuclear physics. The energy of sun is released due to nuclear fusion. The principle of atomic bomb. The principle of atomic bomb is based on nuclear fission. Hydrogen bomb is based on the principle of uncontrolled fusion reaction. Which metal can be used for producing electricity? That is uranium. Radioactive substance emits alpha rays, beta rays and gamma rays, all of the above. Fast breeder reactor is a nuclear reactor which produces electricity by fission process. The Pokhran 2 test was conducted on 11th May 1998. Next chapter is computer and information technology. In which country the Pegasus spyware has been developed? Israel. Among basic, C, fast and Fortran, the following is not the language of computer. Fast is not language of computer. For which word the letter G has been used in 2G spectrum? That is, G is for generation. Next chapter is space technology. The first man who placed his foot on the moon is Neil Armstrong. When was InSat 2A launched? July 10th, 1992. In July 2019, the spacecraft Chandrayaan 2 was launched from which Indian state? Andhra Pradesh. Recently, ISRO and CNES signed an agreement to set up a joint maritime surveillance system. CNES is a space agency of which country? France. Which country launched its first satellite, Arctica M, to monitor the climate of Arctic? That is Russia. ISRO has successfully launched GSAT-6A satellite from which rocket vehicle? GSLV F-08. The satellite is used for communication meteorology. Next chapter is defense technology. The name of India's first indigenous anti-radiation missile is Rudram. The name Agni is related with the missile developed by India. Which French company supplied Rafale fighter jets to India? Dassault Aviation. This country has recently joined the Hague Code of Conduct, a global initiative to prevent ballistic missile proliferation. That is India. The 2016 joint military exercise Maitri has been conducted between India and which country? Thailand. The bilateral military exercise Harmao Shakti 2018 has been conducted between India and which country? Malaysia. Next chapter is scientists and inventions. Who was inventor of radar? Robert Watson. Scientist Albert Einstein is famous for the photoelectric effect. Einstein got Nobel Prize for photoelectric effect. The theory of relativity is presented by which scientist? Albert Einstein. Sir C.V. Raman received Nobel Prize for Physics in the year 1930. Next section is miscellaneous section. Dachin Gangotri is located in Antarctica. The magnetic needle points to north. What was the fissionable material used in the bombs dropped at Nagasaki, Japan in year 1945? Plutonium. The most suitable digital application of photoelectric instrument is photovoltaic cell. At Automatic cars usually use oil, petrol. Greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, water vapor, hydrofluorocarbons, and ozone. Now next subject is chemistry. Physics is over. Now we will discuss chemistry. First chapter is atomic structure. Who is regarded as the father of modern chemistry? Lavoisier. The positively charged part at the center of an atom is called as nucleus. Constituents of atomic nucleus are proton and neutron. The nucleus of an atom consists of protons and neutrons. The following is an incorrect option. Atom is electrically neutral due to presence of protons and electrons inside the nucleus. A single type of atom is found in native elements. God particle is Higgs boson. Which particle is free of charge? Neutron. The following elements does not contain neutrons. Hydrogen. Among X-rays, alpha rays, beta particles and gamma rays, the following carries a negative charge. Beta particles carries negative charge. The number of electrons and neutrons in an element is 18 and 20 respectively. Its mass number is 38. That is electron plus neutron. What is the mass number of an element? The atom of which contains 2 protons, 2 neutrons, 2 electrons. That is 4. Protons plus neutrons. 2 plus 2, 4. The mass number of a nucleus is the sum of numbers of neutrons and protons. The number of neutrons in the nucleus of plutonium nuclides 94, Pu 242 is 148. That is mass number minus number of protons. Isotopes of an element differ in the mass number. Isotopes is that nuclei of atomic number nucleus in which number of protons is same but number of neutrons is different. The limit of size of colloidal particle is 10 to the power minus 7 meter to 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Modern atomic symbols are based on proposed method of Berzelius. Next chapter is physical and chemical changes solutions. An example of physical change: dissolving of sugar in water. Pasteurization is a process by which first milk is heated up to a longer time and then cooled suddenly within a specified time. The following statements are correct. Addition of salt to pure water increases the boiling point of water and decreases the freezing point of water. When methyl alcohol is added to water, boiling point of water decreases. Milk is an example of an emulsion. Water passes from soil into the roots by a physical process called osmosis. The technique of chromatography is used to separate the substances from a mixture. The process of solid camphor into camphor vapor is called sublimation. The conversion of solid directly into gas is called as sublimation. A mixture of sand and naphthalene gas can be separated by sublimation. Condensation is change of vapor into liquid. The coal is used in burning. The process of separating different liquid components of a mixture by adsorption on a suitable substance is called chromatography. Water gas is the mixture of CO plus S2. Water is an excellent cooling agent due to high specific heat. Chemical changes which are example of exothermic: ripening of fruits, setting of cement, burning of coal. Chemical change is not characterized by no net change in energy. Such substances which easily absorb moisture from other substance without chemical reaction are called water desiccants. Next chapter is inorganic chemistry. UNESCO inaugurated the celebration of 2019 as the International Year of Periodic Table of Chemical Elements to celebrate its completion of how many years? 150. What is the usual property of oxides of group 3 and 4, basic and acidic? The element found maximum in the soil layer is oxygen. Among metals, non-metals, gases, and metalloids, the following is not a type of element: gases. Next chapter is metals, minerals, ores, properties, and uses. The metallurgical process in which a metal is obtained in a fused state is called smelting. The following is the electron configuration of a metallic element: 2882. The most reactive metal among sodium, calcium, iron, and potassium is potassium. The paramagnetic theory of magnetism applies to platinum, the hardest among diamond, glass, quartz, and platinum is diamond. Heaviest metal among uranium, aluminum, and silver is made of uranium. The heaviest metal among gold, silver, mercury, and platinum is platinum. The chemical formula of sapphire, ruby is Al2O3. The following statement with respect to noble metals is correct. Noble metals are found in pure form in nature. Gold is dissolved in aqua regia. Which among the following is also known as white metal? Nickel, rhodium, platinum, palladium. None of the above, more than one of the above. Which metal is an alloy of lead and lithium? Sorry, white metal is an alloy of lead and lithium. Okay. Minerals are inorganic solids. Ilmenite, which is widely distributed along the Indian coastline, is mineral of titanium. The following is known as quicklime. CaO is known as quicklime. The following is the main ingredient of cement: limestone, silica clay, gypsum. To protect broken bones, plaster of Paris is used. It is gypsum. The chemical formula of plaster of Paris is CaSO4 half S2O. The poorest conductor of heat among copper, lead, mercury, and zinc is mercury. This metal is liquid at ordinary temperature, mercury. There is no reaction when steam passes over copper. The following iron ore is mined at Valladolid, that is hematite. The most important ore of aluminum is bauxite. Among boron, iron, silicon, aluminum, the following has highest melting point, that is boron. Purest form of iron is wrought iron. Some metal oxides react with acids and alkalis to form salts and water. These are called atmospheric oxides. Example of atmospheric oxides are Al2O3, ZnO. Next chapter is alloys. Galvanized iron pipes have a coating of zinc. Alloy of this metal is used to make aeroplane and parts of compartments of the train. Aluminum. Mercury metal mixture is mercury mixed alloy. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. The following are constituents of brass, zinc, and copper. To make the steel hard requires increase in the quantity of carbon. Stainless steel is an alloy of iron, chromium, manganese, carbon, and nickel. What happens to the weight of the iron when it rusts? Increases for a long time. The brass is an alloy of zinc and copper made from zinc electric battery. Next chapter is non-metals. Which of the following do not consist carbon, diamond, graphite, coal? So every one contains carbon. Then none of these. The following statements about graphite and diamond is true. They can undergo the same chemical reaction. Dry ice is solid CO2. The gas which comes out on opening a soda water bottle is carbon dioxide. What is the bond order of CO? Group 3. An element X has 4 electrons in its outermost orbit. What will be the formula of its compounds with hydrogen? XH4. Burning of hydrogen produces water. The chemical formula for heavy water is D2O. Heavy water is that water in which isotopes that takes place of hydrogen. The pH value of water is 7. The gas used in the manufacture of vanaspati ghee from vanaspati oil is hydrogen. What is the shape of sulfur hexafluoride molecule? Octahedral, which is used as laughing gas, that is nitrous oxide. The following is also known as laughing gas, nitrous oxide. Laughing gas used as anesthesia by doctors is nitrous oxide. The following gas is used as tear gas, Cl2. Bromine is a red liquid. The pH of a solution changes from 3 to 6. The H plus ion concentration will decrease 1000 times. These have pH value 7. Pure water, neutral solution. The following solutions have pH value more than 7 is basic solution. Which acid is considered as a basic chemical in the industry? H2SO4. The following is present in maximum amount in acid rain, H2SO4. The component of acid rain is HNO3 and H2SO4. Lime water is turned milky by CO2. Blue vitriol is chemically copper sulfate. The chemical used for destroying fungi in water tank is copper sulfate. The chemical formula for washing soda is Na2CO3. Quartz crystal used in clocks are silicon dioxide. Table salt NaCl is a product of strong acid and strong base. Iodized salt contains potassium iodide. What is untrue for bleaching powder? It is more soluble in water. By heating with another substance, acid is formed, sodium chloride. Made from uranium electricity. Diamond is allotrope of carbon. Acid reacts with the metal carbonate to release CO2. Red litmus changes into blue by alkali solution. The smell of acetic acid is like vinegar. Dry HCl gas does not change the color of dry litmus paper because an aqueous medium is necessary for ionization. Under dry condition, it will not produce H3O plus and will not be able to act as an acid. Allotropes of carbon are diamond and graphite. The purest form of uncrystallized carbon is soot from lamp. Breathing in carbon monoxide polluted air is dangerous because CO reacts with hemoglobin. Next chapter is organic chemistry, which is the fundamental element of all organic compounds. Carbon, a hydrocarbon in which two carbon atoms are joined by double bond is called as an alkylene. The following gas is used in cigarette lighters: butane. Gases used in welding are oxygen and acetylene. Numbers of sigma and pi bonds in benzene are 12 and 3. 12 sigma bonds and 3 pi bonds. HOOC, COOH is called oxalic acid. Fermentation of sugar leads to ethyl alcohol. Glucose is converted to ethyl alcohol by enzyme gymase. The breath test conducted by police to check drunken driver has the following on the filter paper: potassium dichromate, sulfuric acid. Natural rubber is a polymer of isoprene. The incorrect statement: acrylic is also called artificial silk as it is prepared from cotton but has shine like silk. Teflon is a polymer of tetrafluoroethylene. Lemon is citrus due to citric acid. Vinegar is the solution of acetic acid. The chemical name for vinegar is acetic acid. The quality of petrol is expressed by octane number. The following is the main constituent of biogas: methane. LPG used as domestic fuel chiefly contains butane. The pressure gauge is not given in the domestic LPG cylinder because They cannot represent the quantity of gas in LPG cylinders. The major component of CNG is CH4. Oxygen is absent in kerosene. Next chapter is food, preservation, nutrition, medicine, etc. The following substance is used in the preservation of foodstuff: sodium benzoate, the sweetest sugar among glucose, sucrose, maltose and fructose is fructose. Aspirin is obtained from a tree. Aspirin is antipyretic. The antibiotic among the following is penicillin, aspirin, paracetamol, sulfadiazine. None of the above, more than one of the above, because option A and D both are correct. So this will be the right answer. More than one of the above. An example of antibiotic medicine is penicillin, which is used in manufacture of soaps, vegetable oil. Soap removes grease by emulsification. Detergents used by cleaning clothes are sulfonates. What is detergent? Refining agent. For wheat cultivation, which fertilizer is used? Nitrogen. The elements present in urea are C, H and O. Next section is miscellaneous section. The Nobel Prize in Chemistry 2019 was awarded for the development of lithium-ion batteries. An active chemical to remove mosquitoes is electrin. Which chemical substance is used for making rat poison? Potassium cyanide. Match list 1 and list 2. Skin cancer from ultraviolet light. Noise pollution. Decibel is the unit for measurement of noise pollution. Global warming, carbon dioxide and ozone hole is created by chlorofluorocarbons. So code will be A2, B3, C4 and D1. Next is the following would cause the bright red color due to bursting of crackers: strontium. In a common dry cell, electrolyte is ammonium chloride. In a car battery, electrolyte substance used is sulfuric acid. The acid used in car battery is sulfuric acid. Correct match: list 1 is substances and list 2 is applications. Aspartame is used for as artificial sweeteners, freon in refrigerants, neoprene synthetic rubber and Benadryl is a antihistamine. The United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change deals with CO2 emissions mitigation, greenhouse gases emissions mitigation. The incomplete burning of petrol and diesel produces carbon monoxide. What is the particulate matter? Air pollutant. The positively charged particle emitted by a radioactive element is alpha rays. Is not a radioactive element cadmium. The letter X in X-ray means unknown. Contributes to global warming through greenhouse effect: carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, water vapor. Next section is biology. First chapter is evolution of life. What is vermiculture? The science of raising worms. Genetic deals with heredity and variations. The study of bones is done under the branch of science called osteology. According to recent proof, the life on Earth emerged approximately before, that is 2 Arab years. Before 2 Arab years. The book The Origin of Species was written by Darwin, who explains first the evolution of life. Lamarck. The main factor of evolution is natural selection. The reason of large-scale diversity among the organisms is mutation. Latest ancestor of modern human is Cro-Magnon man. Archaeopteryx is most ancient bird of Jurassic age. Next chapter is taxonomy. The smallest organism capable of autonomous growth and reproduction is mycoplasma. Dolphins are classified in mammals. Amphibians are animals living equally in water and on land both, which is an atrocious animal utter. The animal without red blood cells is earthworm. Insectivorous plants grow in soil deficient in nitrogen. Ginger is a stem and not root because it has nodes and internodes. Pea plant is herb. Cloves are obtained from the following parts of the plant: dried flower bud. A plant bud is an embryonic shoot. Apple, grape, date, plum, which is not a true fruit. Apple is not a true fruit. Plants which grow on saline soils are halophytes. Water salt loving plants called halophytes. After being out of water, fishes die because they cannot breathe. Fungi are plants that lack chlorophyll. The powerhouse of cell is mitochondria. Spirogyra is an example of green algae. Example of algae is diatom. The largest group of animal kingdom is Arthropoda, found in the cells of both mango plant and monkey cellular membrane. Next chapter is heredity. Mendel's principle of inheritance is based on sexual reproduction. The following is responsible for controlling hereditary characters of living cells: DNA. Sexual reproduction causes genetic variation because of blending of genes, chromosomal changes, shuffling of genes, all of the above. Hargobind Khurana is credited for the discovery of synthesis of protein. In laboratory, who did the synthesis of DNA? Khurana. Male's gene constituent is XY. Next chapter is human anatomy and physiology. Human body contains about 70% water. At the age of 20 years, the number of bones in the human body is approximately 100, 200, 300. None of the above. इसका correct answer क्या होगा? Correct answer is 206 bones. The number of bones in human skull is 28. In human body, leg bone is hollow. The number of teeth that are developed twice in the lifetime of human being is 20. The wrong statement about the muscles of the human body is muscles can only push the bone. The number of bones in the hands of and feet of an adult human being is of all the bones of human body 50%. At the time of expiration, the diaphragm becomes dome-shaped. Glands are present in the form of pairs in human body. Adrenal connect muscle to bone, tendons. The joint found on the shoulder is also found in the hip. The sensitive area of human tongue to bitterness is posterior part. Most of the enzymes are proteins, substances which are responsible for catalyzing chemical reactions in living systems are enzymes. The source of the enzyme lipase is pancreas. The ultimate substance to which the carbohydrates are degraded is glucose. Energy is stored in liver and muscles in the form of glycogen. The chemical name of vitamin C is ascorbic acid. The vitamin which is effective in blood clotting is vitamin K. The following vitamin is used as an antidote to anticoagulant poisons, that is vitamin K. Which vitamin is known as ergocalciferol, that is vitamin D2. In human body, vitamin A is stored in liver. The vitamin which contain cobalt, vitamin B12, which of the following pairs is not correctly matched? Vitamin B1 oranges, vitamin D cod liver oil, vitamin E wheat germ oil, vitamin K alfalfa. Correct answer will be none of the above, more than one of the above. The following pair is not correctly matched. Tocopherol, berry. Legumes are highly nutritious because they are rich in protein. Which of the food grains is richest in protein? Soybean. Following is mostly carbohydrate, rice. Milk is a poor source of vitamin C. What is triglyceride? Fat. Pellagra occurs due to lack of vitamin B3. Cobalamin is the scientific name of vitamin B12. Vitamin C deficiency causes scurvy. The best source of vitamin A is carrot. The total volume of blood in a normal adult human being is 5 to 6 liters. Among lymphocytes, monocytes, erythrocytes, and blood platelets, the following help in circulation of blood: erythrocytes. Myoglobin contains the metal iron. Following instruments measures blood pressure: sphygmomanometer. The blood group of universal donor is O. Leukemia is a name for several types of cancer that originate in bone marrow and form large number of abnormal blood cells. These blood cells are white blood cells. The universal acceptor blood group is AB. The function of hemoglobin is transport of oxygen. In transfusion, blood must be compatible not only in blood type but also in Rh factor. The most important cell type associated with the body's immunity is lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are formed in this organ of the human body, spleen. The process by which blood is purified in human body is called dialysis. The average blood flow through kidneys per minute is 1200 cc. Most actively works to control the temperature of our body skin. How many pairs of nerves arise from the spinal cord? 31. Where is the governing center of reflex action located? In spinal cord. Body temperature is regulated by hypothalamus. Pituitary gland is located in brain. Insulin is protein. In human system, insulin controls the metabolism of fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. Which hormone is produced in pancreas? Insulin. Insulin is received from roots of dahlia. The following hormone play a role in release of milk from mammary glands: oxytocin. Iodine containing hormone is thyroxine. Which hormone stimulates the thyroid gland to secrete thyroxine? TSH. The female sex hormone is estrogen. Where does fertilization occurs? In oviduct. Next chapter is plant physiology. This is not a component of chlorophyll. Calcium. The byproduct of photosynthesis is O2. What is the formula of glucose? C6H12O6. During photosynthesis, green plants absorb carbon dioxide. This gas is essential for photosynthesis process. CO2. Photosynthesis occurs in day or light. The process by which plants produce food is called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast. Solar energy is converted into ATP in chloroplast. In the night time, it is advised not to sleep under tree because they liberate carbon dioxide. The of flower becomes fruit. Ovary. Stomata are opened or closed due to change of water content in the cell. Chlorophyll absorbs the red and blue wavelength of sunlight. Match is not correct. Thick rigid stem with branches near the base. Tree. Due to suction pull, the water in the trees reaches very high due to transpiration. A characteristic of chloroplast which makes it capable of self-replication is presence of both DNA and RNA. Stem of plant helps in distributing food to all parts of the plant. It also helps in storing the food, shaping the plant. Water is conducted in vascular plants by xylem tissue. Water in plants is transported by xylem. Plants receive their nutrients mainly from soil. Embryo is found in seeds. Plants are formed like parent plant from stem cut. Stem cutting is done generally to grow sugarcane. The most important part of the plant in terms of its life cycle is flower. Pollination is best defined as transfer of pollen grain from another to stigma. Transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma. ठीक है. Next, pine, fir, spruce, cedar, larch, and cypress are the famous timber yielding plants, of which several also occur widely in the hilly regions of India. All these belongs to gymnosperms. Next chapter is diseases and treatment. Which of the following does not have any enzyme in its cells? Okay. Lichen, virus, bacteria, algae. Correct answer is none of the above, more than one of the above. Covishield, the COVID vaccine of India, which is approved by WHO, is manufactured by Serum Institute. Which country exported Sputnik 5 COVID vaccine into India? Russia. Pneumonia is an infection of lungs. The disease caused by HIV is AIDS. AIDS is caused by virus. The effects of ozone depletion on human health are sunburn, cataract, skin cancer, withering of the skin. The period of emergence of hepatitis B virus is 30 to 180 days. Biological control of mosquitoes can be done by gambusia. Medical death is declared when pulse rate has stopped, heart rate has stopped, the pupils of eyes are fixed and dilated, and there should be no reaction to light. Smallpox vaccine is made from sheeps. Malaria is caused by parasite mosquito. Insecticides leads to progress of financial policy. The most common carrier of infectious disease is fly. Every year, 5 lakh of Indians die of disease identified tuberculosis. BCG vaccine is used for prevention of tuberculosis. This is correctly matched. Malaria, chloroquine. Typhoid and cholera are typical example of waterborne diseases. The following is an antibiotic drug, sulfaguanidine and chloramphenicol. The antibiotic is penicillin, sulfadiazine. An example of antibiotic medicine is penicillin. This human organ is affected by consumption of alpha toxin food adulterants, that is liver, which statement is not true regarding malaria. It is a disease caused by insect parasite. In respect of women, men can suffer more of color blindness because they have only one X chromosome. The malfunctioning of thyroid gland is due to the deficiency of iodine. This is used in treatment of blood cancer, phosphorus 32, cobalt 60. The radiations used in treatment of muscle ache are infrared. Oncogenes are associated with cancer. The following can cause cancer as well as cure it depending upon its intensity and use. Ionized radiation. The Nobel Prize for developing treatment of Parkinson's disease was given to Arvid Carlson. Lack of which substance causes diabetes in a person? Insulin. Next section is miscellaneous section. Who synthesized the DNA in vitro? Arthur Kornberg. Avahan. In Indian segment of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is engaged in the prevention of HIV/AIDS. Biodegradable waste can usually be converted into useful substance with the help of bacteria. Which date is known as Diabetes Day? 14th November. To diagnose the medical conditions, MRI technique is used, which is not used in MRI. X-ray, gamma ray. World's first camel hospital is located in which city? Dubai. How do the members of honeybee hive recognize each other? By smell. The first human heart transplant was performed in South Africa, in which faculty scientist Ivan Pavlov, known for experimental psychology. The largest flower in the world is Rafflesia. He discovered bacteria Leeuwenhoek. The first scientist doctor who attempted vaccination is Edward Jenner. This scientist has propounded the erosional cycle Davis. The age of most ancient mountain group is assessed by uranium lead process. Angora wool is extracted from rabbit. Development of natural systems is described as self-sustained process of systems. Curcuma longa is scientific name of turmeric. Is considered as atmospheric pollutant SO2. The clones of animals are made by biotechnology. An example of bionomial scientific name is Rana tigrina. Yeast is used in production of alcohol. Geostationary satellite rotates at fixed height. The color which has the maximum deviation in the dispersion of white light passing through the prism is violet. During thunderstorm, it is faster to take shelter under short tree. During thunderstorm, it is safer to take shelter under short trees. When a body falls freely towards the earth, then its total energy remains constant. In eye donation, the part of the donor's eye which is transplanted is cornea. The chemical name of vitamin B12 is cobalamin. It is an acid-base indicator, turmeric. When the soil is too basic, plants do not grow in it. To improve the quality, this must be added to the soil. Organic matter. The value of absolute zero on the Fahrenheit scale is minus 459.4 degree Fahrenheit. Light waves are type of waves: transverse waves, longitudinal waves, electromagnetic waves. More than one of the above. The pH value of salt made up of a strong acid and a weak base is less than 7. 1 gigabyte is equals to 1024 MB. Sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid reacts to form sodium chloride and water. This reaction is neutralization. The cell usually use it to produce energy, glucose. Parts of brain that control blood pressure: pons, medulla, cerebellum. The major source of methane in India is rice field. Itai disease is caused by cadmium. These instruments are used for measuring electric potential: potentiometer, voltmeter. Magnetic field is a vector quantity. A man pushes more weight on the earth at standing position. The colored light that refracts most while passing through a prism is violet. A piece of ice is dropped in a vessel containing kerosene oil. When ice melts, the level of kerosene oil will fall. Among gastric juice, blood plasma and vinegar, following has the pH more than 7. Blood plasma. The focal length of normal eye lens is about 2 cm. The substance which is formed by the action of chlorine gas on dry slag lime is bleaching powder. The process where the characteristics are transmitted from parents to the offspring is called heredity. The point to be kept in mind for verification of Ohm's law is ammeter should be connected in series and voltmeter is in parallel. When dilute hydrochloric acid is added to iron fillings, hydrogen gas and iron chloride are produced. The best method to prevent flood is afforestation. Food cans are coated with tin and not with zinc because zinc is more reactive than tin. The functions performed by ovaries are formation of ovum, secretion of progesterone, secretion of estrogen. Acid present in tamarind is tartaric acid. Coliforms are bacteria present in the digestive tracts of animals. Photoelectric device most suitable for digital applications among photovoltaic cell, photoemission cell, photodiode is photovoltaic cell. The critical mass of a fissionable material is the minimum mass needed for chain reaction. The gas which is used to force the ripening of fruits is ethylene. Following has zero octane number: iso-octane, neo-octane, and noctane. None of the above. The edible part of lychees is aril. Lychees is aril. Next is the physical process involved in the release of molecular oxygen from leaves is diffusion. The process of finding the relative location of genes on a chromosome is called gene mapping. Spore mother cell is bryophytes is diploid. An isotropic source of 2 candela produces light flux equals to 8 pi lumen. The spray bottles used as window or household cleaner or perfume sprayer work on Bernoulli's principles. The trade name of basic lead carbonate is white lead. Among lithium, beryllium, boron, the element has the largest atomic radius is lithium. The phenomenon of photoperiodism in plants was discovered by Gardner and Allard. During normal respiration in a mammal, the diaphragm is arched, flattened, or lowered more than one of the above. The most important cell type associated with the immunity of the body is lymphocytes. The factors in the formation of new species are isolation and mutation. The color of the blood of crayfish is blue. Electron transport system is located in cristae. A seed contains stored food, embryos, and seed coat. A fruit is a product of ovary. Fungi is this type of organism. Saprophytes. This is used in brewing of beer. Yeast. Air pollution effects are usually found on leaves. Optical phenomena. Twinkling of stars is due to atmospheric refraction. With the increase of pressure, the boiling point of any substance increases. Bolometer is used to measure heat radiation. The study of production properties of ionic state of matter in physics is called plasma physics. Ocean thermal energy is produced due to temperature difference at different levels in the ocean. For a satellite, escape velocity is 11 km per second if the satellite is launched at an angle of 60 degrees centigrade with the vertical, then the escape velocity will be 11 km per second. A second pendulum is mounted in a rocket. Its period of oscillation decreases when the rocket moves up with uniform acceleration. A femtometer is equals to how many meters? 10 to the power minus 15 meter. Light year is a unit of distance. This is an analgesic. Novalgin bithionol is generally added to soaps as an additive to function as an antiseptic. Artificial sweetener which is stable, non-decomposable under cold conditions only is aspartame. The following hormone is produced under the condition of stress which stimulates glycogenolysis in liver of humans. Adrenaline. Antiseptic and disinfectants either kill or prevent growth of microorganisms. This statement is not true. Dilute solution of boric acid and hydrogen peroxide are strong antiseptics. The human body does not produce vitamins. The liquefied gas that is used in dry cleaning along with a suitable detergent is CO2. Chemotherapy is use of chemical for therapeutic effect. This is a hypnotic drug. Luminal. Interferon is connected with virus. The part of DNA that provides information for a protein, gene, Sex chromosomes of a female bird are represented by ZW. The constituent found most abundantly in air is nitrogen. The following statement is wrong about isotopes. They have different place in periodic table. This is wrong statement. The substance which give hydroxyl ion in water are called bases. The neutral solution has pH of 7. Wheat, rice, honey are sources of carbohydrates. DNA and RNA are two types of nucleic acid. There should be RNA. Ozone layer degradation causes skin cancer. The ratio of oxygen and hydrogen in water according to mass is 8:1. The metal present in compound state is called mineral. Electron in its ground energy state does not radiate energy. Ink spreads in water due to diffusion. Atomic number of an element is always equals to electric charge of nucleus. It is related to blood coating. Vitamin K. Petroleum is mixture of many hydrocarbons. This vitamin is also called ascorbic acid. Vitamin C. Following should not be used to treat people directly. Disinfectant. The following are chemical changes: cooking, digestion of food. Among sodium chloride, chalk, ammonia and milk substances which is not a compound is milk. Breath test used by traffic police to check for drunk driving uses potassium dichromate, sulfuric acid. The formula related to accommodating maximum number of electron in a cell is 2n square. Among silicon carbide, SiC, graphite, cost, glass, SiO2 and chrome alum and a formous solid is quartz glass SiO2. RAM stands for random access memory. A collection of two or more computers that are located within a limited instant of each other and that are connected to each other directly or indirectly are known as local area network. The STTP type of beginning of any site's address stand for hypertext transfer protocol. Modem stands for modulator, demodulator. A program that neither replicates nor copies itself but does damage or compromises the security of the computer. Which computer virus is it? Trojan. What is a spider in computer technology? A program that catalogs website. Among MS Word, Avast, antivirus, Adobe Photoshop, Windows 7, which is not an application software. Windows 7. Father of today's computer is Charles Babbage. A fault is in a computer program which prevents it from working correctly is known as bug. DOS stand for disk operating system. One of the best solution to get rid of non-biodegradable waste is recycling. Biogas is related to gas produced by fermentation of biomass. During photosynthesis, the liberated gas is oxygen. Biodiversity is many types of flora and fauna in one forest. Among use of solar energy, burning of rubber and burning of petrol, which is not a cause of pollution, use of solar energy. Biodegradable waste can usually be converted into useful substances with the help of bacteria. Among diesel, kerosene, coal and hydrogen, which fuel causes minimum environmental pollution, that is hydrogen. Greenhouse effects means trapping of solar energy due to carbon dioxide gases. Ozone layer absorbs ultraviolet rays. International Day for Preservation of Ozone Layer is celebrated on 16 September. Albert Einstein received the Nobel Prize in Physics in the year 1921 for his work on photoelectric effect. A small liquid drop, spherical in shape, is due to surface tension, due to which phenomenon the colored glass appears white when crushed into fine power scattering. While passing over an obstacle, a light ray slightly bends from the edges of the obstacle into shadow region. The phenomena is known as diffraction. Commonly used moderator in a nuclear reactor are graphite, water and heavy water. The alpha radiation is not used in radiotherapy because it is unable to penetrate human skin. It is easier to roll a stone up a sloping road than to lift it vertically upward because work done in rolling a stone is less than in lifting it. The absorption of ink by blotting paper involves capillary action phenomena. Light year is a unit of distance. Mirage is due to unequal heating of different parts of atmosphere. Stars appear to move from east to west because the earth rotates from west to east. It is more difficult to walk on a sandy road than on a concrete road because the friction between sand and feet is less than that between concrete and feet. In a rainy day, small oil films floating over the surface of water show brilliant colors. This is due to interference. On a clean glass plate, a drop of water is pressed to form a thin layer, whereas a drop of mercury remains almost spherical because cohesion of mercury is greater than its adhesion with glass. Stars twinkle because the refractive index of different layers of the Earth atmosphere changes continuously. It takes much longer to cook food in the hill than in the plain because in the hill the atmospheric pressure is lower than that in the plains, and therefore water boils at a temperature lower than 100 degrees centigrade, causing an increase in cooking time. Inside an aeroplane flying at high altitude, the normal atmospheric pressure is maintained by the use of air pumps. It is more comfortable to wear white clothes in summer because they reflect heat falling on them. A piece of ice is floating in the beaker containing water. When whole of the ice melts, the level of water will remain the same. Formation of rainbow is due to refraction and reflection of sunlight by water droplets. Solar eclipse takes place when the moon is between sun and the earth. Sir C.V. Raman was awarded the Nobel Prize for his work connected with which phenomena of radiation scattering. Ball bearings are used in cycles, scooters to reduce the friction between the wheel and the axle. In a railway track, two successive rails are joined end to end with a gap between them because accident due to expansion of rail tracks in summer can be avoided. When hot liquids is poured into a thick glass tumbler, it cracks because the glass is bad conductor of heat, so only inner surface of a tumbler expands. Hydrogen bomb is based on the principle of nuclear fusion. Passengers in a moving bus are thrown forward when driver suddenly applies brakes. It can be explained through Newton's first law of motion. It is not based on heating effect of current tube light. The needle of a magnetic compass aligns itself parallel to the magnetic field. Plastic bags containing potato chips are filled with an antioxidant known as nitrogen. Technique can be used to separate cream from milk. Centrifugation. When a bee stings, immediately a paste of lime is put on the sting because bee sting contains formic acid that gets neutralized with CaO. A combustion reaction is burning of petrol. Hydrogen produced by electrolysis from carbon-free nuclear energy is given name of pink hydrogen. This is true about elephants. A 3-month-old baby elephant usually weighs about 2 quintals. This is hot-blooded creature, pigeon. This is a good source of vitamin A, fish oil. The cause of the rise of dove is CO2 production. The reason for quick forming of curd from milk during summer is increase in development of bacteria as increase in temperature. This is not an endocrine gland. Lacrimal restriction enzyme was invented by Smith and Nathans. Gustatory receptors detect taste. The brain is responsible for to control the heartbeat to maintain body balance for thinking. DDT is non-biodegradable substance. A plotted plant kept in a room turned in the direction of light. This turning is called phototropsin. Phototropism. This is a plant specific hormone cytokinin. The groundwater level will not fall due to afforestation. Pungency in chili due to the presence of capsaicin. Wildlife includes both wild plant and animals. Genetically modified crops are BT brinjal, golden rice, BT cotton. The first transgenic plant genetically modified crop was tobacco plant. The effect of air pollution among stem, root, flower, and leaf is found on leaf. Common example of stem rubber is stem tuber. Common example of stem tuber is potato. Thermal power plant uses fossil fuels. Electric power generated from windmill depends on wind speed. Electric current is measured using a meter. Tungsten is used in electric bulb. The magnetic lines of force originate from North Pole. Scattering of light can be observed in the redness of the sun at sunrise, in the redness of the sun at sunset, in the blue color of sky. The action of this muscle produces change in the curvature of eye lens, causing a change in its focal length. Ciliary muscles. The magnification of rear view mirrors in vehicle will be less than 1. Among air, paper, oil and water medium, the speed of light is maximum in air. The substance having zero resistance is called superconductor. These are acidic: tomato, milk, lemon, juice. This will turn blue litmus to red vinegar. The chemical formula of caustic potash is KOH. Rusting in chemical language is hydrated ferrous oxide. CO2, S2 both are colorless gas. The chemical formula of lead sulfate is PbSO4. Fatty foods become rancid pungent due to this action oxidation. We keep silver chloride in dark colored bottle to protect it from the action of sunlight. The chemical name of vitamin B12 is cobalamin. The pneumatic bone is a characteristic of birds. Connecting link between reptiles and birds is Archaeopteryx. The largest gland in human body is liver. Father of Indian bryology is S.R. Kashyap. Camphor is refined by sublimation. 2 protons are found in the nucleus of element helium. Formaldehyde is used as starting material in the production of bakelite. The number of elements in third period of the periodic table is 8. Mitosis does not occur in bacterial cell. This is not a part of nucleotide of DNA amino acid. Sound energy gets converted into electrical energy through microphone. Water waves are both longitudinal and transverse. Flower is modification of suit. The period of simple pendulum inside a satellite revolving around the earth will be infinite. Producer gas CO and N2. Cu plus ion is diamagnetic. Source of sun's energy is fission of light nuclei. The sun appears red at sunset because red color scatters less than other colors. Laser is a device that produces coherent beam of light. The oxidation number of Mn in KMnO4 is plus 7. It is obtained by hydration of ethane, that is ethanol. The weight of 22.4 liters of S2 gas will be 2 gram. The following compound has geometric isomerism 2-butane. The femtometer is equivalent to 10⁻⁻15 meter. The smallest flower is Wolffia. The word ecosystem is given by Tensile. The brain of cell is nucleus. The number of neutrons in C12 is 6. Johnson has given word gene. Rustling of iron is chemical change. Correct statement regarding sound is sound cannot travel in vacuum. Vector quantity is displacement. This element is not used in nuclear fission process. Helium. The mass of an object is measure of its inertia. The current of 0.5 ampere is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 5 minutes. The amount of electric charge that flows through the circuit is 150 C. The instrument used for measuring electric potential is voltmeter. The colored light that bends least while passing through a prism is red. At the time of short circuit, the current in the circuit increases heavily. The unit of frequency is hertz. Sublimation is the change of a solid state directly to gaseous state without going through liquid state. The functional unit of environment is ecosystem. All noble gas molecules are monatomic. Nucleus of an atom contains protons and neutrons. A colloid is a homogeneous mixture. The rate of evaporation increases with increase of surface area. Distilled water is poor conductor of electricity. The chemical formula of caustic potash is KOH. The byproduct of soap is glycerol. Silver articles turns black when kept in open for a few days due to the formation of Ag2S, who has a perfect pair of sex hormones. Girls only. Proteins after digestion are converted into amino acids. The kidneys in human beings are a part of system for excretion. The respiratory pigments in human body is hemoglobin. Coliformis group of bacteria. IUCD is used for contraception. Malaria causing microbes to go to liver. The disease which does not spread through the air is cholera. The life supporting zone on the earth is biosphere. The following do not have all animal group: Nematodo, gymnosperms, Plathyle, minutes. Next is this is an antibiotic, streptomycin. Fern is a pteridophyta plant. Colorless plastids are known as leucoplasts. The flexibility in plants is due to a tissue called collencyma. Mushroom is a fungus. The bread or idli dough rises because of growth of yeast cells. Asexual reproduction takes place through budding in yeast. The anther contains pollen grains. The scientist associated with laws of inheritance is G.J. Mendel. Correctly match pairs: dys- dyspnea, shortness of breath; insomnia, partial or full loss of smell. In the context of lab-grown diamonds (LGDs), this is used as a diamond seed, graphite. The fiber used to make bulletproof jackets is Kevlar. Full form of HMX is high melting explosive. The Manhattan Project is a research and development understanding that produced the first nuclear weapon. The image formed by concave mirror is real, inverted, and of the same size as that of the object. The position of the object should be at the center of curvature. Photoelectric cell is a device which converts light energy into electrical energy. The amount of solute present per unit volume or per unit mass of the solution solvent is known as concentration of solution in chemistry. How do how do COVID vaccines stimulate an immune response? By introducing live attenuated SARS-CoV-2 virus. The DNA double helix structure was discovered by James Watson and Francis Crick. Vector vaccines work to provide immunity by placing the virus in a modified version of a different virus. The process that continually adds new crust is seafloor spreading. The expanded form of term mRNA that has been widely discussed since the beginning of the pandemic is messenger ribonucleic acid. An AC current can be produced by dynamo. Current density is a vector quantity. The basis of most useful classification of medications in medical chemistry is molecular targets. Input and output nerves meet as central nervous system. When light enters glass from air, its wavelength decreases. An electric fuse works on the heating effect of current. When a soap bubble is charged, its radius increases. Myopia can be corrected by using a concave lens. The type of mirror used in vehicle to see the traffic on the rear side is convex. The resistance of an ideal voltmeter is infinite. At the time of short circuit, the current in the circuit increases heavily. The sonar technique is used to locate icebergs, to locate underwater hills, and to determine sea depth. A micron is related to centimeter as 1 micron equals to 10 to power minus 4 centimeter. Ornithology is the study of birds. Sleeping sickness is caused by trypnosoma among ribosomes, nucleus, cell membrane, and cytoplasm, which directs many activities of cell nucleus. Cell organelle is also called as suicide bag, lysosome. Histology is the study of tissue. Muscles present in our limbs are striated muscles. Among phosphorylase, hexokinase, glucose 6 phosphatase, and glycogen synthase. Which enzyme is not present in muscle? Glucose 6 phosphatase. Enzyme trypsin digests proteins. Components of 70S ribosome are 50S and 30S. The activities like walking in a straight line, riding a cycle, and picking up a pencil are possible due to which part of the brain? Cerebellum. The entry of pollen tube into the ovule through micropyle is called porogamy. Among mitosis, meiosis, apoptosis, in which cell division the chromosome number reduces to half in daughter cell, meiosis. The following are artificial ripening agents: ethylene, ethefone. The group are called the amphibians of the plants kingdom, bryophytes. A drug used to reduce high blood pressure is obtained from Rauwolfia serpentina. Among fern, Spirogia, Chara, and Olothorax, which plant is not the example of algae fern? Presence of Casparian strips is seen in endodermis. Among Collenchyma, apical meristem, cambium, and parenchyma, which tissue increase the length of the stem and the root in plants? That is apical meristem. Plants which flower only once in life are monocarpic plant. The anther contains pollen grains. The natural source of acetic acid is vinegar. Chemical formula of baking soda is NaHCO3. An AB2 type structure is found in CaF2. A solution turns red litmus blue. Its pH is likely to be 10. When sulfur is heated with rubber, the process is commonly known as vulcanization. Among coke, diamond, graphite, and fullerene, which allotrope of carbon is a good conductor of electricity, that is graphite. The first periodic table was given by Mendeleev. Among glass, steel, aluminum, and graphite, which are not a mixture, aluminum and graphite. Among soda, water, milk, milk of magnesia, and fog, which are not a common example of colloid, soda water. The cause of diamond sign is total internal reflection. A boy stands at 30 centimeter distance in front of a mirror. He sees his erect image, whose height is 1.1 by 5 of his actual height, which mirror is used convex. We cannot see in the fog because light becomes scattered by fog drops. The power in the supply line is transferred at high voltage to minimize power loss. The current capacity of a fuse wire does not depend on the length of wire. All magnetic materials lose their magnetic properties when heated. Hot wire emitters are used to measure both AC and DC. A photon is a quanta of light energy among hydrogen, deuterium, tritium, and helium, which is light element indicating radioactivity tritium. Titanium rich minerals found in India is ilmenite. Among invertase, gymase, maltase, and diastase, which enzyme converts glucose or fructose to C2H5OH gymase. Why gelatin is used a lot in making ice cream, in stabilizing colloid and preventing crystal formation. Among milk, blood, ghee, and butter, this is not a colloid ghee. On mixing two colorless gases, dark brown gas is formed. These gases are NO and O2. Among S2O, S2S, S2Se, and S2Te, which has the highest boiling point, S2O, Camoxine insecticide is based on benzene hexachloride. The compound is known as oil of wintergreen methyl salicylate. Urea can be identified by biuret test. Nowadays, the most popular and safe sugar option is aspartame. Thalassemia is a hereditary disease affecting blood. The injective stage of Entamoeba histolytica is mature cyst among tortoise, frog, toad, and salamander, which is not amphibian animal tortoise. The following organism has no blood but respires: Hydra. What is present in the intestine of termites to digest cellulose? Protozoa. Birds excrete nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid. In coconut, the dispersal of fruit is due to mesocarp. The nature of vascular bundle in dicot stem is generally collateral. Chlorosis takes place when plants are grown in iron, Fe-less medium. Among plastid, plasmid, heterosis, and mutation, which is related to genetic engineering, plasmid, the intermolecular force of attraction between molecules of same substance is called cohesive force. Correct relationship density equals to mass by volume. Lizard leg works like a suction pad. 1 horsepower is equals to 746 watt. The 7 colors in the spectrum of sunlight are shown in order as Vibgyor, Vibgyor. The boiling point of a liquid increases on increasing the pressure on the liquid. When a sound travels as a wave, particles of the medium transfers energy without leaving their average position. When an electrical appliance is switched off, it is disconnected from live wire. If an inflated balloon is brought near a burning bulb, it bursts because the air inside the balloon heats up and increases the pressure on the inner wall of the balloon. Who was the first to suggest that matter is made up of a very small particle called molecules? That is Maharishi Kanad. To lower the pitch of a piano, thick strings should be used, tension in strings should be increased. During intertransformation of matter, chemical structure does not change. The separation of a chemical mixture based on the interaction of a adsorbate with the absorbent is chromatography. Who proposed the structural stability of an atom? Niels Bohr. The mass number of an element is equals to the following present in nucleus of that atom: sum total of proton and neutrons. The formation of gas bubble in a liquid during a chemical reaction is known as bubbling. Silver, iron, copper are reactive in nature. The correct order of their activity: iron is greater than copper, copper is greater than silver. Widely seen as a massive future fuel is hydrogen. Percentage of most of the water on earth found in seas and oceans: 97.4%. Pressure cooker reduces cooking time because increases the boiling point of the water. Force responsible for the ascent of sap is capillary force, root pressure, and transpirational pull. Reproductive part of flowers: stamen and pistil. The following hormone converts excess glucose into glycogen: insulin. Master gland is pituitary gland. The only artery that picks up deoxygenated blood is pulmonary artery. The non-cellular portion of lymph is composed of approximately 94% of water. The smell of good food causes watering of your mouth. This process is known as acquired reflex action. The structural and functional unit of nervous system is neuron. The idea of vaccination was conceived by Edward Jenner among cocaine, morphine, heroin, and penicillin, which is not a psychoactive drug, penicillin. That's it. Science section is over. Okay. If you want other sections, then you can comment. We will try to cover that topic also. Thanks for watching the video.